Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. I've got my boat and my camper out. The weather is fixing to get right for us being able to go enjoy a little life. So my plan is here in the next, and I don't know exactly when, in a couple of weeks, I want to take this camper up to the Tom Big River to Pickinsville, and we want to run some jug lines and stuff. Probably should have already really been up there running lines and stuff to really be successful, but I kind of have to do things when I can, around whatever else is going on. As much as I don't like that, it's just the reality and the way life is. And it's that way for most people. But anyway, what I have done is I have not hooked water to this camper, all such as that. All winter long, and I drained it, and I did not put antifreeze in tanks and all this stuff. I've never had a camper. So, we need to find out what's wrong, and if there's anything bad, we need to get it checked out. So we're going to do that. I've got it backed up here and hooked the power up and put the legs down. But the biggest issue right now is I've got the other boat out. This Skeeter boat has not been in the water yet this year. We put a new battery on it. And so I'm fixing to wash it. I'm going to clean the inside out. I've got a fish finder, a hummingbird helix 5 with Downscan Imaging, sonar, and GPS that should be here today that we're going to install in this boat. And we're going to have it ready that possibly tomorrow take that boat out and hunt some crappie here somewhere close and see how the boat does. I had an issue at one point with it at running hot at low idle. So if it's still doing that, I may have to take it and have it worked on. But, we're going to have it ready to fish anyway. So, because I can fish in the boat with it running hot at low idle as long as I don't just sit there idling for long periods of time is the kind of deal. As long as I'm running that boat, I've never had an issue. So I can still fish in it. But the reason I wanted this fish finder is for me being able to ease around with a motor driving and look for creek channels and ledges and brush piles and such as that. So let's wash it up and let's get some things checked out. So I've got some soap right here that my dad-in-law brought me when he was at the battery plant. And it's shoulder bushing. What it says on there. I don't need too much water. Lay that down. See? I don't know what kind of soap that is. Y'all ever use stuff like that? Look, it's some kind of a powder. It's a degreasing soap they used up there, and he just stuck some out of a barrel in a container. It did come in that container. I figured it'd throw somebody for a loop. Let me cut this off, put my squirter on there. And I don't know if y'all, I got these earmuffs. We'll put them on that boat motor and run it here in a little while. Let me put my squirter on here. Hey, y'all shut up back there. They know when I go to film and they go to scream. Brody was gonna help me, but he made off back over there with my sister and them and decided that he was going to try to coax them into taking him to Tractor Supply to buy him a new barn. So I don't know. I may have lost him. Y'all believe this thing won't work if you don't cut the water on? Baffles me. Now, the reason we washing this is because we professionals, and we gotta look professional. Broke. I'm gonna have to do some welding. believe it's back and that's all of it. I just put that shop back up. Y'all, these old seats is in rough shape now. I am well aware of all of that, but there's no reason to not somewhat clean all this stuff so that it looks decent while we on the water. Make it look like you care, you know. You ain't gonna impress nobody. That ain't what we're going for. We just want it to not be so nasty that we don't mind being in it, you know. I have got it all vacuumed out. Got the dash, everything wiped down. This Lowrance unit right here, y'all, actually works, but the screen is blanked out till you can't see nothing. I hadn't checked my Lowrance unit on the front to see what shape it's in, if it's still working. I'm thinking about hooking that unit out of that other boat to it, just to see if I don't even know if the plug's the same. If the plug's the same, to see what that other unit does, if the lines come up where I can tell if it's the head unit or the transducer. But anyway, I don't know. We've about got it clean enough. I need to go through all my rod lockers and all that. We're still waiting on our parts to show up in the UPS truck, so I don't know when they'll be here, sometime this afternoon. But we need to hook it to water. I reckon I need to pull it back up, but I'm struggling with a truck battery. I'm finna have to buy a truck battery. I have bought more batteries this year. Lord hell. I got too much stuff, I reckon. That's what the problem is. But that's all right. We'll figure it out. But I need to run this motor back here. I cranked it up, and it didn't want to crank, but it hadn't been cranked in a year. I had to spray some ether in it. I don't like doing that, but I didn't want to go to tearing into it right off the bat either, because usually this motor, if I ever get it cranked up and run a little bit, blow the cobwebs out of it, it'll run, and run good. Other than it running a little warm, sitting there idling, which it's got a new water pump in it, not like this year, but hadn't had very many hours on it. And I may need to put another one in it. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to check all that out and see. Hopefully we'll get our unit here pretty quick and we can go to putting it in there. I've got a mount to mount it like right here, because I really would like to be able to take it and turn it around where I can see it from the front too, is kind of my purpose. that way I know like when stuff goes by that one and then it goes by this one, I can kind of see both. But it helped me learn, because y'all, I ain't like up to par on these kind of things. So anyway, go after something so big. Yeah. I was sitting here waiting on you. Now, I ordered me a fish finder for my boat. Oh, okay. And I'm cleaning it up and getting everything working. So I said, just be here today. I put it in and get you. Y'all fixing good. Yeah. That's the way of the world now.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Y'all have a good day.
You too, man. Got it. Roscoe, did you try to get him? What was you gonna do if you caught that truck? Right now I'm checking under these seats for all my spare parts, and I need to vacuum under him. I am thinking about putting a new rope on the front of this thing, because the one that's on there, and that ain't long enough. I don't even know what that is for. I got 2 pieces of rope here. It's orange line. Looking for like my safety equipment. I got a fire extinguisher, my whistle. You'll get a ticket if you ain't got all that stuff. You better make sure you got it. Because old Mr. Green Britches, he likes to write on that pad he's got. And if he can't find something, he'll make something up. I don't know what I had this jug in there for. I'm gonna leave it out though. I got enough crap. I need to vacuum all this out though. I need to check his fire extinguisher. It says it is full, but... And I got a spare plug in here, and y'all know buying I got in it. I couldn't find that one. Look at that thing. Reckon it'll work. we might ought to poke that out a little bit. We get in a bind. We ain't gonna have time to clean that thing. Them old dirt daubers, man, they'll get up into everything. One thing I always have to check when I run this motor, you got to unstop what we call a pee hole, or the water pump exhaust. I think most everybody calls it the pee hole. At least down here they do. All right, well, moment of truth. I know y'all must be probably about as excited by now as I am with this. See what we got here. There's a little old mount. Call that a gamble. There, they sent us some fire starter. Helix 5. That's what we was looking for. Now we can go build a fire in our backyard right there. Okay, y'all. We got to do some finagling. So we already have a transducer on here for the old unit, so that is a plus for us. It's kind of loose and floppy, which ain't, we're gonna take it off, put the new one on there, because I don't know if it's good or if it'll hook up. It's for a Lawrence unit. Most likely it's not gonna work for us, but our biggest hang up is all these wires we got on. Where's everything goes into here? Oh Lord, we may have to pull all of this deck over here up, y'all. So let me figure out what's what, and I'll pick you back up. I don't want to bore y'all to death. I'm good at that. I don't want to do that. I don't know. I'm going to lay them up there in that seat for right now. I hope they don't none of them break off. Full of foam. Yeah, we can get to them wires now, y'all. That was a good move. Probably gonna have to go ahead and pull this console out right up here. I was making sure y'all could look at what I was doing. Ooh. I have had it out before when I was working on some of this. But now that screw right under is gonna be one of them doozies. Y'all know about a doozy? I think I have used that word before. Go right here. Yeah, we're going to get something down in now. Well, what we had here was failure to make contact with the screw head. It wanted to be a doozy. All right now. We still got, y'all remember when we had the hornet's nest got in here, the yellow jacket nest? Well, they still some of it down in there. For we killed them, but we didn't clean it all out. Man, that is some kind of unique looking in there now. All right. We ain't got to disassemble it. We just got to be where we can get to it all. But probably means disassembling everything, don't you imagine? Because I imagine I got to unplug this unit, you know, to get that wire out. So it's got to come out of here, and there ain't no need of cutting it and leaving that. I wouldn't mind that unit being right in there, but I don't think I can make that happen. Well, there that unit is. All right, we finding it now. just as I suspected. It's wadded up into a knot right here. Alright, you see that? We don't want to pull that out yet. We want to pull a string in there. And I seen some string a while ago right in here that we could probably use for just such an occasion as this. Piece of pull cord. I believe it's long enough too. Oh boy. Alright, we're getting somewhere now. We don't want that to pull through. We're gonna hang that down there. So let me untie this. Y'all, I got some professional help now. We in business now. We can get it done this time. But don't step on them screws and mash them down in there, scalawag. What?
What we need to do is we need to buy some new fishing stuff on the...
We did buy some new fishing stuff. It's right there in that box. That boy likes to spend money. Where'd you and Aunt Keela and them go today?
To Tractor Supply.
And what was y'all looking for?
A bone.
Did you find it?
Yeah, they didn't have it.
They didn't have no barn. Well, what'd you get? I know you didn't come home empty-handed.
Well...
Come over here where I can see you. What'd you get?
It was a deer feeder.
You got a deer feeder?
Yeah. And a head shot.
He don't have no idea what the word no even means. All right. We got to have a 7/16 wrench to take this screw out down here and take that transducer off right there.
Buy some more fishing bait.
Let's see what size we got. 7/16. Hand me that other one you got there. It says 7/16. That's 1/2. I need to listen. Some of your tools,
yeah.
These ain't good enough for you? He decided we didn't quite have enough stuff out down here. So he went and got us some more, obviously. I don't like taking these screws in and out. Just something about it just makes me a mite nervous. All right, well, we got that transducer loose. We might have to dog. Here, get over here out of the way, please. Right there. Let's see what's in here. See what is in here. Hey, quit drilling in my box, son. That's enough, put that on. It's making a lot of racket. Alright, well, boy, we got a lot of paraphernalia.
Yeah.
There's the head unit.
More construction.
Oh, this is what we were looking for right here, ain't it? All kind of mounting hardware and what have you. And what have you, you know. This goes to the unit and all up to the front. We're gonna lay that all up there. This is the part right here what we after. Let's remove before use. You say use and use the same way. Roll that up like this. See how this is rolled up? You roll that up the same way. I'll give you this twisty tie and you can put on it. It goes with that other fish finder up there, the old one.
What did I do?
Roll it up. You start like this and you pull it out like that and you get it straight and you pull out so far and you loop it around and you pull out so far and you loop it around and you pull out again and you loop it around. Slide it up. And then you grab your thumb and you grab it. And then you slide out some more. And then you grab it with your thumb. And you slide out some more. And see, you're untangling this and you go. Because it'll tie in a knot if you ain't gonna be careful. All right, come on, keep going. Just grab this one. Slide out. A little more. That's good. Now bend it around. Pull this up there like we did. And grab it with your thumb. Now grab it with your thumb. You can't turn it loose now. It'll jump on you. All right, roll the rest of that up. Education. He'll figure it out. Oh, Lord.
I gotta get some more tools.
No, you don't need no more tools. You get that rolled up. I see he gave up on it. I'm betting in this box right here. It's got some components that I gotta have here. It's wanting me to use this plastic apparatus instead of that. But see, I've already got some holes in my boat right here that's for this apparatus. And I ain't sure I'm wanting to. I guess we could do either one. Boy, it makes me nervous to go to, and that's what holds all of that. Well, and if you start doing something, there's gonna be an airplane fly over if you film it. It never fails. Alright. that hole's stopped up. I think I want to just screw this directly into there. I think that's what I want to do. And then come up here with this like this. I think that's what I want to do. Instead of putting all this other together in there, because I'd have to drill new holes for this up and down malarkey. Yeah, that's what I want to do. All right. And then all we gotta do is tighten her up. Whoa. We gotta use this here Allen wrench they sent. Oh man, we had tools for such as this. Oh Lord, now we got hand. Oh Lord. All right, y'all. It may be a little bit lower than it ought to be, but I wouldn't make it a new hole. We'll see what happens. Maybe it won't prove to be a problem. Well, y'all, my phone died I was filming with, so I got my camera out. We ain't got no shortage of stuff to film with. Cut that. I'm trying to make this look somewhat decent. So I'm gonna have to go get me some zippity doo-dah ties. Y'all, I just found a quarter on the ground. Lucky day. What does it say on the back?
Give it to me.
Liberty. Put it in my pocket. I made me a play. I decided I'm gonna put this right here because this gimbal, I don't know. The way, one thing, it don't nothing fit on it. And I imagine I'm gonna wind up and send it back, get my $20 back, and buy me a fish knife for that money. I think I'm gonna just put it right here. So I had to make me a plate to go right here. I've got a little pattern in there. I'm gonna have to put some holes in it. All right, y'all, so I've decided I am gonna put this back down in here and I'm gonna mount it down flush. So I've got me a plate that I'm making that's gonna recess this down in there, and then I can screw that plate back to here like that one was. So that's what we're in the works of doing. Let me go make this. Okay, I got a plate made. It'll fit right up there. And these screws that I took out of the other one should go right in there and hold it in place. Yes, it should. So, let me mount this plate back on here. If he had put that 85 on there, it wouldn't have got that front end up high enough on them waves. It'd been rough. Oh, must be done took off. Or they working inside? I think they're over there working inside that building, isn't it? Is it gonna still be able to see down through? Yeah, he drug that other building out over here. Yeah, I think out of the way. I had a roll of tape somewhere in my hand today. I'll use this string. Every time I go to Harbor Freight, I buy 10 rolls. This ain't tape pen. This is that pipe tape. You know it? I go to Harbor Freight and I'll buy 10 rolls. I got black tape and everything at the house. But you'll always leave it somewhere. You won't have it if you ain't got a bunch of it. I'm just trying to get I just hate to go to the house. I don't feel like doing nothing else. And I go sit down 2 hours, go dark. Yeah, I know what you mean on that now. I can't go in the house and it's still daylight outside. When it's pretty outside, I'm going to be doing something outside. I told Marie, I said, you're just wasting your life. Sitting up here and watching that TV, pretty outside, you can be outside doing something, enjoying it. I know she said that. And it's worse on your health doing that. Sitting in the house watching that TV. You can be outside doing something. I got to get my truck cleaned up. Needs a good scrubbing. And I'm always wanting to do something with it. Got time. I'll bulldoze up there and clean up some stuff. I told my clean some fire lines before we real good. And they asked Bard, the timberman, and he said, no, I can't do that. Can't bring a bulldozer. He that guy done that. He told me that won't happen no more. Well, y'all, I had the camera on, and I don't know, it cut off when I looked at it, so I don't know what all. I thought I was recording, putting this back together, but I got my fish finder mounted in here. The power, it's coming on. I've got everything hooked up, and I went ahead and put everything back. My gimbal was not going. Number one, the fish finder, none of these holes lined up with the bracket that went to it. Not to mention, I was going to have this hole up here anyway. So I'm not going to be able to turn it around and look at it, and if it gets to be something that I really think I need to do, I'll back up and punt then. I'll remount it somewhere, get a taller gimbal. I'm probably going to send this one back to Amazon, most likely. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it just, and the way this is designed back here, they got little circles, so anyway, and I've had company all day. I wasn't really able to film a whole lot, but we got this working and all this back together. All my screws back in. Luckily, what I done is I pulled the power cord, and it had a plug down here where it was plugged into 2 wires. So I just unplugged it, got my electrical box out here, and I just crimped 2 plugs on the end of this wire and plugged it in. I mean, it was as simple and straightforward as you can ask for. So, you know, everything is back to as professional as it was to start with, which, looking at this, tells me it wasn't that professional to begin with. I don't know if Skeeter put that in there that way, because it was this material that they had that piece made out of. But I made a metal one, and it's solid, and that's all I wanted. I didn't want something that was going to come loose. I'm going to cut it back off, because it ain't going to show nothing being out of the water sitting out here. And I'm fixing to put a new rope up here on the front of this that I've got, because the other one is bad dry rotted. It ain't broke, it felt strong, but I don't want no problems on the water when I'm going fishing. The next thing is we've got to put the earmuffs on here. I'm going to pull it up somewhere and run it, and I don't know if I'm going to do that today, because it's already getting late. We got church tonight, and I don't even know what time it is. But all right, I got my other camera back working. I was going to show you a little of how this is mounted, and then that it does work. Try to get where you can see my phone in the glare there, can't you? Cover my ugly head up. So to cycle through the pages on this, you just hit exit. And I've got it set to this green color. So it's showing the ground way up high. But it ain't in the water, so it's... But that's a different page as this got. GPS. And usually when I'm running it, I run it on this page right here when I'm driving that boat. And you can zoom in and out. And you can tell about right where I'm at in Mississippi, y'all. If somebody's curious, I ain't hiding from nobody. All right, powered off. So let me show y'all what we're working with here. This is an old rope, and y'all look at this. It is just, you can hear it. I don't know, it's probably all right, but it's bad faded and bad wore out, and I don't know, I'm mighty nervous about it. So all it had done is somebody put it through there and tied a knot in it. So I've got some better good rope, and I'm gonna make me another one. Right here. I think I'm gonna, instead of just the knot, let's see, get me enough slack and I can see what I'm doing here. Alright, now I can hook that back in there, and then I got all this rope here for my. So what I'm going to do is just tie me an overhand knot in this. Or what do you call this? A double overhand loop. I'm not a knot specialist, but that is plenty rope for me to, it's got a lot of stretch to it. Alright. Hadn't been used much. Found me a new pair, so got y'all like my goggles. Well, y'all, I may wind up putting a water pump in this thing. That stream is weak. Something ain't right with it. Now, I don't know exactly what it is. I'm gonna have to talk to some people and figure it out. But it is where I could possibly go fishing if I wanted to. I need to get it running a little better, so I'm gonna run it some tomorrow and see what happens. But I'm gonna leave it alone for tonight. But anyway, we got what we wanted to do done. We've got it out and somewhat ready. I've got a few kinks I want to get ironed out. Thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one.